power of 4360. It's 1-to-1 AFR there where it made peak power. So that's stoic. That's 14.5 to 1.
600 plus degrees.
Pretty hot.
The day was opening. Was it? Oh yeah. So we didn't close that. Yeah. We should run a line just right.
How much boost was it making? 65 pounds?
It was really cracking that time. That was last one.
Okay, Todd, we're live. There's 18 people. Tell them what you did.
Oh yeah.
What's that obnoxious lope in the background?
Look at the knock. That's awesome. That's awesome though. So the gate is definitely opening. So let's just have a straight line to it.
Oh, is he controlling that in the AMS?
No, it's just adjust the regulator.
Ooh, it just shut the engine off. Look at that turbo spinning.
We could just couple
So it's a 98mm GT55. Still spinning. Post some questions. I'll answer whatever you guys want to know. It's a P pump, 6.7 engine. There's a 16mm. It's a Faro built pump. Got some big custom power jet injectors in there we're playing with. We need to pump those number up. 65 is for children. There's only 32 according to my screen. See how this exhaust points forward so it doesn't come into the shop? That blasts right over here where I'm filming from, so it rattles your bones. Not like a top fuel dragster, but similar. See this? Wide band air fuel ratio gauge. Why don't you ever run 17mm pumps? 16mm is the biggest they make in a P7100 body like this. Keep in mind, Bosch only made these up to 13mm, so 16 is huge. Why not a G series? That's a good question. Todd, why is this not a G series turbo? Because you have this one?
like a new G55?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
said
I have this one.
because you have this one. All right. What's the compression ratio? What's the compression ratio?
What was it on this? Like 16 1?
I think it's about 16.5 to 1. This is a 6.4, so it's a 6.7 sleeved down to 4.125 bore. Oh, Michael Malay says, I meant boost. It hit 65 pounds roughly.
I don't remember. So same pull, but now we're going to see what happens.
Same pull, but we're closing the wastegate. Maybe it hit 70, maybe it hit 75 pounds of boost. How do you calculate compression ratio? Well, you figure out how much swept volume there is. This happens to be 6.4 liters. You measure how much space is left and you divide it. It's a pretty simple ratio. That looked like a ball bearing turbo. Yes, that is a ball bearing GTX 55 44R 98mm. Actually, I think it's a 41R on this series. 141mm back wall, 98 inducer. Y'all wild. I'm gonna make Todd and Will belt buckles though. Eli, I used to rock belt buckles all the time. If you made one, I'd wear it in a video. Let's see what other questions we missed. Hi from Germany. Flower Power 283. Turbine wheels flying. I hope not.
70 pounds of boost.
70?
Yeah. But the gate was like opening, had a good carry playing out the top, so we just cut the gate off and we'll see what it does.
So it should get rid of the flame because it'll lean it all the way out.
Well,
It'll go flame and then lean.
I think it'll still have a pretty good flame.
All right. Hi from Arizona. Silversmith and a diesel enthusiast. Awesome, Eli. What's the best way to make it 12 valve power? Lots of airflow. Good turbos. Good injectors. See, we're recording this so we can make a YouTube video for you guys later too. But I figured you night owls would like to watch us try to blow this truck up. Get back just a little bit. Safety first. Still live. Pretty cool load. Alright. Let's see if it made more power. No. 1059.
Didn't do anything.
Didn't really do anything except the gate did it.
So yeah, let's look at
What'd the boost get to?
boost got higher. So boost got to 75.
75 pounds of boost. Alright.
Yeah, it leaned it out. It went from 898 to 110.
So see these two AFR.
Wow.
So Todd, tell people what that is. So that's the two purple lines of the AFR trace, right?
So close to the gate, we went way leaner. Quite a bit leaner. Very interesting.
What is the percentage historic in there? So you went from, so a 1.0 is perfect stoic. So it went from 0.98 close to stoic to about 9% lean. So it went from 2% rich to 9% lean, closing the gate. And the power picked up. Hey, how much power? Somebody do some math for me real quick. I'm too dumb. Things just a loping away over there.
It worked.
Race truck stuff. All right, so now that we can hear a little bit, okay, we'll answer questions just a sec about nitrous, but first,
Now you go 50% fuel. How much boost went to 73?
I think it peaked at 75 up there.
Yeah, but peak power is when
At peak power, what was the boost?
70. Yes.
70 pounds at, and what did it do? About 4,300?
Yep.
So remember how we did that video about we retarded the cam to make higher RPM power?
Yeah.
It's now carrying a little bit better.
Yeah,
Because before it was making peak power at 42. Now it's also a 16 mil pump, so
Yeah.
who really knows what's what yet?
yeah, we're still like very 1,000 horsepower.
And we're like
30.
5 runs into this thing. We just
Yeah.
barely got it running.
Yeah.
Hasn't even changed the oil yet. So what's next? You're gonna put more fuel in it?
I almost want to even do more time than just put in fuel, but I don't know, 44.
Does it need that much with the 16 though?
Yeah.
All right, so now some questions. What is back pressure? We are not measuring it. In the past, when you're measuring it, it was usually crossing over right at peak horsepower. So if it was making 70 pounds of boost, making about 70 drive there before.
It was always better than 1-to-1 until peak power, and after peak power it went worse 1-to-1, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's right around
So if you had to guess, it's 5 pounds higher than boost or
it's very close to
something.
1-to-1 in this turbo. It has been always.
Just as we've been
As a
testing
single-
this.
As a single. When I did triple,
AR on the hot side, that has
115.
a 115 AR. Exhaust pressure inside the exhaust manifold. Somebody's asking what it was. Does this guy in red even know what he's talking about? That's Buck. Sounds like he's spewing nonsense.
I am, yeah.
You do look like Gale Banks.
Yeah, let me pull my pants up. I shouldn't say that.
I noticed you don't have a Banks diff cover, so I bet you that B&M's probably overheating the rear end. Actually, I wonder if it is warm, but making power. Oh, I bet it's like 100 degrees. Like I can't barely hold my hand on it. All right. How much nitrous does usually cool off the IAT? How much does your intake air temp drop with nitrous? You just run like a single 136 jet?
2 136 before, and not as much as you would think.
Like 200 degrees or not even that? 150?
The big dog, like the 357, 350.
With some big solenoids, but with 125s, two of those, maybe 150 degrees.
Yeah, it was not as much as I thought it was going to be.
All right.
What do I know? I'm kind of
If you guys get a chance, look at Pulsar Turbos. That sounds like a guy that invented turbos that's into astronomy. A Pulsar. I wonder if he likes sending turbines into orbit. Maybe we should look into him. All right. What are the future plans for this truck? Street, drag, or dirt? 100% drag. Are you going to do any illegal street racing with this? No. He would never do that. Okay. Next question. I have a very important question for everyone. That's what Fish said. Hey, Todd, somebody said you're not old enough to be Gale Banks.
This is true.
Todd with his feed store belt and buckle. I'll take care of you boys. A guy named Eli Robinson, who's a diesel fan and a silversmith, says he's sending you and I custom belt buckles.
Really?
Because he doesn't like our cheap belts. And
Yeah, this is Cal Ranch. It's all they had to fit. Give me a real one. I'll wear it.
I told him we'd rock it in a video. Y'all like Uno.
You know, like the card game?
Fish. I've played Uno before. Have you played Uno?
My grade school.
With your grade school kids. All right. 5'9" or 6'7", 1986 guy. This is a 6'7" sleeved down, so it's a 6.4 liter. Full cut DVs. Yes, it does have full cut DVs. Adrian and Melissa. Is that Adrian Reams? If that's Adrian, dude, you're a trooper. You live in... I won't even say where you live. I'll keep you private. How much injection timing? What are we at? 38 degrees right now. Fun of the hood. Dang it. I have to put my trans in tomorrow morning. And now you guys turn this on. Looks like I'm not going to bed. We're almost done, Fun Under the Hood. This won't be long. I just spawned into the video. Are you doing dyno runs here in a minute? A guy just spawned into the video. Are we doing dyno runs in a minute?
Yes.
Yes. We've already done 2. There'll be a couple more.
Okay, here we go.
It is Adrian Ream. How's your brother Eric doing? What size injectors? Are these, what are these, 6x26? 6x22 and like the 160 LPM? 180? They're 6x22 and on an air bench they flow about 180 liters per minute. Hopefully it's enough for the 16 mil pump. It likes big injectors. All right, we're gonna do another run. Todd, turn the fuel up a little bit more. Hey, Adrian, the same guy that built your manual valve body built the one in this truck. Looks good. So watch, I'm gonna shift some gears here. Hey, what EGTs? 1600 so far. No water injection turned on. We have water injection to control EGT, but so far he hasn't turned it on yet. Just playing with fuel only right now. That's good that Eric's doing good. I know what's wrong and ain't got no gas in it. Come on, man. Say it. Speaking of gas, look at this little ripper. 500 horse, gas powered, SRT 10. Oh, it's too dark to see it. Let me tell you what a disappointment this Viper engine is. We'll go back to real horsepower. All right. Rev it for O.J. Simpson. Oh my goodness. All right. Meyer is putting water on the intercooler to make it cold. Water on the intercooler to help for heat soak. I can hold my hand on it now.
Try to cool it down.
Consistent runs. Gotcha. All right. Here we go. That is so loud. All right, let's see what it made.
It's basically the same.
So not much more with a little more fuel, 1081. Did AFR just get richer?
It did get considerably richer. Carried way better.
So the fuel made it carry power, but might be out of fuel. You guys shut it off? Uh-oh. Well, let's check out the graph for a minute first. So this run, you can see this is the AFR before, and then this run. So we added enough fuel. You come over here to the actual AFR. See how it says 1.09? That means that was 9% lean. This last one we did was 0.93, so that's 7% rich. So adding 7% didn't pick up very much horsepower. In fact, if anything, because you see the horsepower here in green, there's the old one peaked. The new one peaked later out here at 4,600 with that late fuel, and it carried better. You can see like out here at 4,800. You look at historic versus, and it carried like 60, 70, 80 more horsepower roughly. So it'd be better for drag racing, but it came up slower with that big slog of fuel. See this green graph here? That's where that run came up, and there's the historic one with less fuel. You see how fat it is compared to that? All right, Todd, tell us what you're seeing. So it made peak power later, 4,600 with that heavy load of fuel. Is that how long it takes to heat soak the intercooler too? I mean, you could be having some air temp stuff there.
Sorry? I don't know what. How's Lambda?
How's the what?
Lambda dropped a lot.
Yeah, so it's a 7, was it 0.93? So it's 7% rich now, before it was 9% lean. So from a percentage wise, you went from 9 to 7 rich, so that's a 16% enrichment in fuel. But it carried better. It's worth almost 80 horsepower up here at 4,800.
Yeah.
So much better for drag racing being rich, but I bet the EGT is probably higher with that rich, because that's not rich enough to... Meyer, shut it off. So your oil temp's at 140?
Yeah.
Okay. Still has a radiator, right?
Yep.
All right, we doing any more runs tonight? If we're not, I will turn off the live stream.
Try and split the difference.
What do we got here? This is Will's My Ugly race truck. Putting bigger turbos on it because there's a race in a week, so it makes sense to put bigger turbos on it. Check out that new Steed Speed 3000 manifold though. Gonna put it on this. This is a true 12 valve. It's got a bigger crank in it, so it's a 6.1 stroker. It's a standard 5.9 4.015 bore size with a 488 stroke. For turbos, we're running this big Garrett here. This one's a 116. See, hand for reference here. 116, feeding at 80. Last time on the dyno, this one did like 1,300 on fuel, about 1,550 on spray. We ended up getting the gasket on the manifold here. Had the T4 Charger here, and see how it blew the gasket out, made some sparks. That'll be coming up in the YouTube video for you guys. All right, let's do some questions really quick here. Call Gale. He'll make you 600 more horse by just getting the air filter out of the engine bay. Oh. Somebody said call Gale. He'll get us 600 more horsepower by getting the air filter out of the engine bay. What you should do is put a 10-foot inlet pipe on there. Even a 6-inch pipe, I'll bet it'd lose. What do you think it'd lose? 40 horse, 50 horse maybe? Get turbulent in that long of a pipe. Okay. Twin turb skis. Todd was thinking about twins, but right now he's still playing single. Oh man, there's so many comments I missed. That's awesome.
Will, come over here. Don't go over this. Stay away from that area.
Yes. That's awesome. 2 a.m. This is America. She loves it. Oh, there's some weird comments here. What kind of timing are you running? We already talked about that. It is adjustable timing gear. Yes, it's at 39, 38 degrees, something like that. I told you, ain't got no gas in it. They want us to say it ain't got no gas in it.
Put some more fuel on it.
The thing's gonna be a rocket. Generally can't see. Is that a 12 valve or a Duramax? It's a 24 valve with a 12 valve style injection pump. They gonna take in that thing might reach Mara before Elon Musk. Take off in this, you might reach Mars before Elon Musk. On a large pump and injectors, how much fuel do you think it will burn on a pass? I'd say before we're running all the fuel, yeah, about 1.5 gallons. That little fuel cell, the race truck before had probably a little smaller tank. 2 passes was like risky. Oh, that is the Godfather's tank? And 2 passes was risky, like where you're worried you're getting low.
How many pulls have we done? That's 5 gallons now. Looks like it's empty.
So we're going through about a...
And we're having the fuel turned way down. Yeah, it's a little... This is awesome.
What state is the shop in? It's in Utah. All right, twin turb skis, no. Thanks, Dylan. Always a sick build. All right. I'm going to stop messing around with my cousin. I think you're in the wrong live stream. All right, in all seriousness, when can I get my 0759 Cummins? A stage 2 transmission and injectors and a turbo. Dylan Monson. I don't know of a Dylan that's waiting for work.
We are not big lads. We are just simple men.
We're just dyno operators. We don't know anything about work. I work at Ryder, but I don't have my own shop yet. Oh. Oh, that's a cool name, Mr. Jack Me Huff. Very creative. Is your best friend Michael Seymour Butts? What was his Simpson? Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yeah. Lots of creative names. What's the deal with the valve covers? on that 12 valve wheels. Okay. That is a dual valve cover breather. Comes from a skid steer application. We sell them on the website. They have a filter in them. They separate crankcase fumes well. I have this coming into a catch can, which then has a suction line that goes into the stack. So it makes like a venturi and pulls a little vacuum on the engine. We seem to control vapors better. And then the oil that is separated in the catch can, there's steel wool in there to help. It's got a built-in drain, and it drains back to the block here. So then I don't have to maintain it. Because whenever we do these and you don't maintain them, they fill up with oil and then they quit working. So we just put an automatic drain valve with a little tiny check in here. Pretty sweet. Oh, you filming me?
We're filming the film.
Whoa, it's Inception? Whoa. Are you? Oh, you can't go live though? No. We can't have two lives at once?
New housing?
Oh, I didn't tell people about this. Todd, what is this new housing on my truck here? This looks like a big T6 housing.
This is really cool. This is our new housing we're playing with a lot. This is a S400, like a 480, 475, a big turbine S400.
So big turbine S400.
1.15, non-divided.
Non-divided, so you can use it for compounds.
Yeah, it's stupid to have divided stuff in compounds as your large turbo. But we're going to here, but...
We're going to run it here because I'm dumb.
Well, I like it here because they don't melt out.
And I like it because it has this smaller flange too.
Exhaust flange.
It's got a 4-inch exhaust flange, so it'll fit with my compounds easy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, ready? Okay.
All right, let's do another run.
Same thing, just gotta...
What's the throttle body size? There are no throttle bodies on these trucks. This one has a little 6-inch air guillotine shutoff for in case it has a bad day. Who do I see Apex turbos on street trucks?
Up there and just see what it does.
Oh, why do I never see Apex turbos on street trucks or competition trucks? Not sure if you've seen them, but they offer 476 base frame. They don't have a wheel nut on the compressor side or exhaust.
Ready to go?
Apex is kind of a sled pull specific company. Last I experienced them. If it's the same Apex, they made rods for a while, the lifetime warranty, and then they started backing out on their warranty because rods were failing. So hopefully it's not that same Apex, because if so, that sucks. Their warranty's probably not that great. How many horsepower? 1,050 or something so far. Fill the fuel tank with engine oil since you have mechanical injection. We would, but it would lose power. We've tried that before. Engine oil makes less power than diesel. Thanks for the fuel quantity answered. I also wondered. Probably running 600 cc's, maybe 700. Savage Fab, I've heard of them. There's other Savage Fab on this truck. I know. I gotta get. I'll email over buckle design tomorrow for approval stamps. Later, Gator. All right, Eli. Have a good night. Mr. Jack, I thought I heard something resembling Cummins. Oh, yeah. From a skid steer. Wow. Yes, skid steer. All right. Here we go. Looks like power was up a little bit though. 11.3. It did make a little more power. AFR was bouncing around and was popping there. Yeah, it really laid over. Look, went and laid over something. Suck at some air or something. Yeah. Needle hanging on injectors. Made good power and then it started popping and laying over. know if lines hang out. Oh, could have just been, could have been a fluke in the AFC or something.
That would be fun. You're at good pace though, so that's yeah.
Huh. Is this our last run?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so everybody, good night. We're done.
See you guys.
Bye. I'm Fat Will. All right, we're done. See you guys. One last slope for good time's sake.